Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into a top 10 video not ranking LEGO things, but actually Batman performances. These are my top 10 favorite Batman performances, and I guess it really comes down to more the actor versus performances because it gets complicated as we go up to the top, which you'll see. But this was actually inspired by Emmett Camino, a longtime viewer on the channel, and he actually wrote me and he said that he loved the Joker video that I did of ranking those. I completely forgot that I did that when the Joker movie came out. So I'm like, you know what? Let's do it for the Batman now with this, and it's the perfect time to do so. So, anyways, number 10 is George Clooney's Batman. And fun fact, beside Robert Pattinson, he is actually the only Batman in live action that has never killed anyone. Yes, even Adam West has. So, I I actually really like his Bruce Wayne, and I know that, this might get a little complicated as we go on, but his Bruce Wayne performance I think is really great. Like, he is very charming. I don't think that he really was given a fair shot in that movie because it's kind of a hot mess. And I feel like if it had been anything else, he probably would have done a better job as Batman, and the suit, it just doesn't help him. But moving on now, spot number 9, we have Adam West, and I apologize that he's lower on the list. I just don't have that much of a connection to him. I find it very campy, and I know that's what it was like going for and everything, or maybe it was, it was meant to be taken seriously at the time, but it's just not really for me. He does have an amazing Batmobile, but like the suit as well, it's just, there's a lot going against him for me personally. And again, I could see why people really like him and how he paved the way for many people on this list. Just for me personally, I don't have as much of an attachment to other people here on this list. And this next one, spot number 8, you might be going like, who? Jason O'Mara. The only reason I put this on this list, and it's almost because I want to promote this. They have incredible animated films. While Marvel has been making fantastic live action movies, DC actually assembled a whole animated universe and had so many connected movies, and he played Batman and Bruce Wayne in a lot of them. Tackle a lot of really big arcs, and they were even like going through like the New 52 stuff like that, but then they went off and told their own stories, which they even had like an endgame event towards the end, which was really crazy. So I really cannot recommend those enough. Like, they tell some fantastic stories. And spot number 7 here, we have Christian Bale's Batman, and I might get some hate for this, but I can't really, those movies aren't necessarily my favorite. I can't think of too many moments where I'm like, man, that's my Batman. And I think like I will go to one of my favorite bits, and it's because it reminds me of Arkham, is when they're using the sonar tech to take down everyone in the construction site with Joker, and I really enjoy that. But I think as well, his Bruce Wayne cover I think is very good, like him pretending to be Bruce Wayne and everything like that. I think that's pretty good. I don't particularly care for his love story, and also I'm not a fan of the fact that he breaks his leg at the end, then leaves Gotham for however many years it was, and then when his mom's pearls get stolen, he decides to come back and protect the city. So yeah, not a fan of that Batman. But this next one, spot number 6, we have Michael Keaton's Batman. And this is probably more nostalgic wise because this is like what I grew up on and would watch those. I really love the first one specifically. And I think that, I enjoy his Bruce Wayne and the let's get nuts and stuff like that. There's a lot of moments in that that I enjoy as him as Bruce Wayne and also as Batman, especially in Batman Returns. So yeah, I really think that one is more nostalgia glasses, and it's more iconic to me, even the music and the suit and all that. So to me, like, and again, it inspires, of course, something really big on the list, but it's a really important performance, in my opinion, to me personally. Spot number 5, we have Ben Affleck's Batman. Now, the reason he's up top here is for a couple of different things, and I was really struggling with where to put him on the list, if I'm being honest, because I really don't like the fact that he's doing a lot of things that, Batman's not supposed to do when it comes to all the drinking, and then also when it comes to him killing all the people. And he actually technically kills less people than Michael Keaton's, and that's why he's above him. But Also, the fact that he has really specific moments to me that stand out as like one of my favorite Batman moments. And the first one being his introduction with him as Bruce Wayne running into the smoke. It just gets me every single time. I think that is just perfection. It's just an incredible scene, and I think that as much as I like to make fun of that movie, I think that it does do a good job of setting up him hating Superman, as well as just the fact that like the Batmobile, while he shouldn't be killing people, I think the chase is still really great, as well as the warehouse scene is really, really incredible as well. I don't really have anything to add from Justice League. Like, I don't remember anything that he does besides being there and paying for everyone and recruiting everyone. Also, all of Zack Snyder's comments towards fans who criticize him for having Batman kill just really rubs me the wrong way, and I don't like Zack Snyder. Anyways, moving on now, we've got spot number 4. We have Robert Pattinson's Batman. And the reason that I ranked him above the rest of them, and again, I've been mulling this over for so long, and maybe it's not fair for me to do this, but I really enjoyed a lot of the aspects. We talked about this in the review of the movie, but his relationships with Gordon and Alfred and Selina, I just think are some of the strongest we've ever gotten in live action. Like, specifically him and Gordon, I think just puts it above every single other live action one here that we have. And that was so special to me. Like, just the way that they were going from crime scene to crime scene. Like, it was insane. It was just really great. As well as like some of the fights that he had, and the fact that I don't want to get into specifics here if you haven't seen the movie, but I loved what they did with the technology and how he is actually keeping track of everything that he does as Batman. I thought was so smart and really fascinating to me. And as well as I've talked a lot about the Bruce Wayne persona here, and they've made comments on the press tour about how he's going to come into becoming that Bruce Wayne character. And I think that that's why he's higher up on the list, because, you know, it's hard to judge him because he's just starting off here. But I think that from what I've seen, and even where they've left the story itself, like lines about, you know, your family used to do a lot of philanthropy. From what I can tell, you're not doing anything. Like, to me, I feel like all those are seeds that are going to be growing. And I'm telling you, it's what's going to happen. So with these last 3, I keep going back and forth between 2 and 3. But spot 3, my official ranking, it's going to be Troy Baker's Batman. And he was 2 for a couple of different reasons, but I think you'll see it's edged out, because while I think that his performances here as Batman, you might be wondering who he is. He plays Batman in the Telltale series, but not just that. A lot of people in the LEGO community will also know him as Batman from LEGO Batman 2, DC Superheroes, and then in 3, and then also all of the voices in any of the LEGO direct-to-DVD movies. So he plays Batman there, and he's played Batman, I think, a couple places elsewhere as well, but specifically, he's just so talented. And he was also on our list for the Joker, because he plays Joker, he's played Two-Face, he's played Robin, he plays all these other Marvel characters as well, he's played other iconic video game characters. Like, he's just so talented, and I know that that probably shouldn't have a bearing on his position here on this list, but I just think that looking at that and how nostalgic it is to me, his voice and everything, that he plays such a big part in the LEGO games, and the Telltale series is just such a phenomenal series as well, that just tells such great stories, I think, with Batman and its surrounding characters. So in second place, we have Will Arnett's Batman. I love his performance as Batman. It's still probably my favorite Batman movie, but that's for a lot of different reasons. My LEGO lens is being on there and just absolutely loving the heck out of that movie. Probably the one that I've seen the most times out of anything. And I love everything about it. And of course, his performances in the LEGO movies as well it's just really great. And I'm all here for it. And especially in the LEGO Movie 2. I love the LEGO Movie 2, and him singing the song about Gotham City guys, like, it's really great. And spot number 1, it's to no surprise at all, it was the first thing I wrote down, Kevin Conroy's Batman. Like, the amount of times that he has played Batman, I think, is unprecedented. Like, comparing it to anyone else on this list, no one even comes remotely close, I don't think. He was Batman in the Arkham games, which is one of my favorite video game series of all time. The stories being told there are just phenomenal, as well, of course, as Batman the Animated Series, which really, if it wasn't for that, I don't think that my love for DC and Batman, and probably even superheroes in general, would be where it is today if it wasn't for that. And my love for Batman really grew from that. And that's 30 years old this year, which is crazy. But I, of course, also heard him in other things like the Justice League shows. He was the voice in DC Universe Online, which was the thing that introduced me to this larger world outside of just Batman and made me fall in love with all these other characters. So he's such an important part of that. And of course, he was also Batman in Lego DC Supervillains, which was really cool. And it is actually my favorite Lego game to date so far, until the Skywalker saga comes out, I think. But anyways, everyone, I would love to hear your thoughts. That is my ranking of my top 10 favorite Batman. I know that some of them maybe you don't agree with, especially number 10 even being on the list, but I would love to hear your thoughts on this. What do you think of my ranking? I'm sure you could probably poke some holes in what do I think for certain things and why am I ranking other people, blah, 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 blah. But I'd love to hear which are your favorites. Leave them all down below, and you could check out some more Batman-themed videos linked at the end here. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.